All right, so it looks like you've really been digging into AI and machine learning, huh?
Yeah, definitely a lot of information out there.
Yeah, you've given us a ton of articles and notes here.
Trying to make sense of it all.
Yeah, for sure. It seems like you're really trying to get a handle on this whole AI ML thing.
A lot of buzzwords flying around.
Exactly. And it's
Oh,
easy to get them all mixed up.
yeah, definitely.
Don't worry, though, we've got you.
We'll break it down.
We're going to clarify the differences, explore some real-world applications, and leave you with some thought-provoking questions to ponder.
Some good stuff to think about.
Yeah, we've got some great insights here from Google Cloud and Columbia AI, so
Should be interesting.
let's dive in.
Sounds good.
So first things first,
First things first.
we need to define artificial intelligence.
Okay.
When we say AI, what are we actually talking about?
Well, simply put, it's all about creating machines that can mimic human intelligence.
Okay.
But it's important to remember that AI isn't just one single system. It's a whole bunch of technologies all working together.
So it's not like one giant robot brain controlling everything.
No, not quite.
It's more like different tools working together
Right.
to solve problems in a human-like way.
Exactly. Like, think of a smart home device that can understand your voice commands,
Okay.
or a music streaming service that recommends songs based on your listening history.
Gotcha.
That's AI in action. And those are just a couple of small examples.
Right.
The scope of AI is actually much broader than just machine learning.
Okay.
It includes things like robotics, expert systems, natural language processing.
So AI is kind of the big umbrella term then,
Yeah, you could say that.
and machine learning, or ML as we often see it.
Right.
ML, how does that fit under that umbrella?
Machine learning is a specific application of AI.
Okay.
It's basically where machines learn from experience and data, almost like a student in a classroom.
Interesting.
So instead of being explicitly programmed for every single possible scenario,
Right.
they can actually learn and improve over time.
So it's all about adaptation.
Exactly. And the key to all of this is data.
Data.
Tons of data.
Right.
Machine learning algorithms analyze this data. They identify patterns and then use those patterns to make decisions or predictions.
Okay.
And the more data they process,
Yeah.
the more accurate and sophisticated they become.
That reminds me of how Spotify's recommendations get like creepily good the more you listen to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that machine learning in action?
Yeah, that's a great example. It's refining its understanding of your taste as you listen.
Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's happening behind the scenes in a lot of our digital lives.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got AI as the general concept, and then ML as a specific application within AI.
Right.
What are the key differences, though, that really set them apart?
Good question.
I know the Google Cloud article had that helpful analogy.
Oh, yeah, the umbrella analogy.
Yeah.
While AI aims to create systems that can tackle any intellectual task that a human can, machine learning focuses on teaching a machine to do one specific task really well.
Gotcha.
So it's more about task-specific accuracy and improvement
Right.
rather than trying to replicate like the entire spectrum of human intelligence.
So it's more specialized.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like, think about your smart home device telling you your commute time,
Okay.
the device itself giving you that answer.
Yeah.
That's an AI application, but the machine learning aspect is specifically focused on analyzing traffic data
Okay.
to give you that accurate prediction.
Gotcha. So one little piece of the puzzle.
Exactly.
The Google Cloud article also had that really nice bullet point comparison of AI and ML.
Right.
What were some of the key takeaways from that?
One important difference is the type of data they work with.
Okay.
AI can work with all sorts of data, structured, unstructured, anything you can throw at it.
Right.
But machine learning typically needs more organized, structured data to learn effectively.
So AI is more of a generalist then,
You could say that, yeah, comfortable in different data environments.
and ML is more of a specialist.
Yeah, needing specific conditions to thrive.
Okay, I like that analogy.
And that's partly why machine learning applications often tend to be more task-focused.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But what happens when you use AI and ML together?
Oh, that's where things get really interesting.
Our sources suggested this combination can be incredibly powerful.
Oh, absolutely.
Like how so?
It lets businesses process huge amounts of data, which then leads to more efficient and accurate insights.
Wow.
It allows for broader data usage, faster decision-making, increased efficiency overall.
So it's a game changer for a lot of industries.
Oh, yeah, big time.
And speaking of industries,
Yeah.
we've seen some really fascinating real-world examples of how this is playing out.
Oh, for sure.
Like, what are some that stand out to you?
Well, in healthcare, for example,
Okay.
AI and ML are being used to analyze patient records,
Yeah.
develop new drugs, even personalized treatment plans.
Wow.
It's incredible what's happening in that field.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then we see examples in manufacturing, finance, e-commerce.
It
Yeah.
seems like the possibilities are almost limitless.
They really do. It feels like we're just scratching the surface of what AI and ML can do.
This has been a great overview so far.
Yeah.
I feel like we've covered the basics, the differences, and some real-world applications.
Yeah, for sure.
But what does all of this mean for us personally?
Right.
How should we approach these technologies as they become even more integrated into our lives?
That's a great question, and one we'll be exploring in our next segment.
Yeah, it really is amazing to think about how these technologies are like weaving themselves into our lives.
Yeah, they're becoming more and more prevalent.
Right. But with this increasing influence comes a lot of questions, I think,
Definitely some things to consider.
especially as these systems get more sophisticated.
Yeah. What are the implications?
Right, like ethically.
Oh, exactly.
Take self-driving cars, for example.
Okay, yeah.
Imagine a situation where the car has to make a split-second decision to avoid an accident. Who's responsible if something goes wrong?
Right. That's a big question.
Is it the programmer, the manufacturer?
Yeah, where does the liability lie?
These are such complex issues.
They really are, and we're just starting to grapple with them.
It's almost like we need to develop like a whole new set of rules and ethics for this AI-powered world.
Yeah, almost like a new legal framework.
And it's not just about self-driving cars, right?
Right.
Think about AI being used in healthcare
Oh, yeah.
to diagnose diseases or recommend treatments.
Uh-huh.
What if the AI makes a mistake?
Right, the stakes are incredibly high.
Yeah, that's a scary thought.
Definitely something to consider.
So how do we even begin to approach these challenges?
Well, the good news is that there are people working on it.
Okay.
There are researchers and organizations that are dedicated to exploring the ethical implications of AI.
Okay, so there's a conscious effort being made.
Yes, definitely.
Well-
They're working on things like guidelines for responsible AI development frameworks for AI governance, and even ways to make AI systems more transparent and explainable.
Explainable AI.
Yeah,
What does that even mean?
it means building AI systems that can give you clear reasons for their decisions,
Okay.
rather than just spitting out an answer that seems to come from nowhere.
Right, like show your work, essentially,
Exactly, and this is crucial for building trust in these systems.
especially in areas like healthcare or finance.
Right, where those decisions can have a huge impact on people's lives.
So it's not just about making AI that works.
Right.
We also need to understand how it works,
Absolutely. It requires a shift in thinking.
from both the developers and from society.
Yeah, we need to move beyond just seeing AI as a tool
Okay.
and start thinking about it as a partner,
A partner.
one that we need to understand and communicate with and hold accountable.
That's a really interesting way to put it.
Yeah, it's a collaborative relationship.
And this is going to require collaboration across so many different fields, right?
Oh, absolutely. This isn't just a computer science problem.
Yeah.
We need philosophy, ethics, law.
It's a multidisciplinary challenge.
It really is, and the stakes are high. Like the choices we make today about how we develop and use AI,
Yeah.
those choices are going to have a huge impact on the future.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
Okay, so we've explored the present and the ethical landscape.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the future?
Right. What's next?
Where do you see AI and ML heading in the next decade or two?
Well, one area that I'm really excited about is what we call generalized AI.
Generalized AI.
Yeah, so right now, AI systems are really good at specific tasks,
Right.
but researchers are working on creating AI that can learn and adapt to a wide range of situations, much more like humans do.
Okay. So instead of just mastering chess or
Mhm.
writing marketing copy,
Mm-hmm.
these future AIs could potentially design a building, diagnose a patient, compose a symphony.
Yeah, that's the vision.
That's incredible.
And as AI systems become more generalized,
Mm-hmm.
they could start taking on roles that we traditionally associate with human creativity and problem solving.
Wow, so what happens to us? That's both exhilarating and a little bit daunting at the same time.
Yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag.
But this also raises a big question. What will the job market look like in a future where AI can potentially do so many things that humans currently do?
Yeah. Is this going to lead to mass unemployment?
Right. Could this lead to widespread job displacement?
That's a very valid concern, and it's something that a lot of people are talking about.
Right. Like, what do the experts say?
Well, some experts believe that AI will actually create more jobs than it displaces
Okay.
as new industries and opportunities emerge.
So it's not all doom and gloom.
Not necessarily, but others are more cautious,
Okay.
arguing that we need to be prepared for some pretty significant disruption in the workforce
Yeah.
and that we need to invest in retraining programs to help people adapt.
So it's not a simple black and white answer.
No, it's very complex.
There's a lot of uncertainty about how this is all going to play out.
There really is, but one thing is for sure.
What's that?
The future of work is going to be shaped by AI. And it's important to be having these conversations now so that we can make informed decisions about how to prepare for the changes that are coming.
So being proactive and informed is key.
Absolutely. We can't just sit back and wait to see what happens.
We need to be active participants.
Right. We need to engage with these technologies, understand their potential and their limitations, and then make conscious choices about how we want to integrate them into our lives.
I like that.
Yeah. It's about taking control.
So as AI and ML continue to evolve,
Mm-hmm.
what are some of the key areas that we should be keeping an eye on?
What are the trends toward?
Exactly. Like, what developments do you think are going to have the biggest impact?
I think one of the most significant trends is going to be the increasing personalization of AI.
Personalization.
Yeah, we're already seeing this with things like personalized recommendations on streaming services
Right.
or targeted advertising.
Yeah.
But as AI gets more sophisticated,
Mhm.
it'll be able to tailor experiences to our individual needs and preferences in even more nuanced ways.
So, like, imagine having an AI assistant that not only manages your schedule,
Right.
but also learns your habits, anticipates your needs, and even offers personalized advice based on your goals and values.
Exactly. It's like having a super-powered personal assistant.
That's wild.
And this level of personalization could extend to a lot of areas of our lives.
Like what?
Healthcare, education, entertainment, shopping, you name it.
So it really has the potential to make our lives easier, more efficient, more fulfilling.
Yeah, it could revolutionize the way we live.
But wouldn't this also raise some concerns about privacy and data security?
Oh, absolutely.
If AI systems are collecting so much information about us,
Right.
how can we be sure that this data is being used responsibly and ethically?
That's a really important point. And as AI becomes more personalized,
Yeah.
the need for strong data privacy and security measures is only going to become more critical.
So how do we ensure that?
We need to make sure that individuals have control over their data
Yeah.
and that companies are transparent about how they're using it.
Sounds like a delicate balance.
Yeah, it really is. It's like harnessing the power of AI
Yeah.
while also safeguarding our privacy and autonomy.
Finding that balance is going to be one of the defining challenges of the AI era.
It really is. But if we can get it right,
Yeah.
the potential benefits are enormous.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
This has been such a thought-provoking conversation.
it really has.
We've covered so much ground, from the basics of AI and ML to their real-world applications, ethical considerations, and even glimpses into the future.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind.
I feel like we've only just scratched the surface, though.
Yeah, there's always more to explore.
Is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up this section?
One thing I would emphasize is that AI and ML aren't just these abstract concepts or futuristic technologies.
Right.
They're already having a real impact on our lives.
Okay.
And that impact is only going to grow in the years to come.
So we need to be paying attention.
Absolutely. It's up to all of us to stay informed, ask critical questions, and engage in constructive dialogue about how we want to shape the future of AI.
So we have a role to play.
We all do. The future is being written now, and we're all part of the story.
I love that. You know, it's wild to think about AI becoming even more a part of our lives.
It really is. And as it becomes more integrated, it raises some interesting questions. Like we've talked about AI potentially taking on more creative roles.
More complex roles.
But what about the emotional side of things? Like, will we ever see AI that can truly understand and respond to human emotions?
Now, that's a fascinating question.
Yeah.
I mean, we already have AI chatbots and virtual assistants
Right.
that try to mimic human conversation,
Uh-huh.
but it always feels a bit scripted, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's no real emotional depth.
It's
It's just surface level.
right now, AI is really good at processing information
Yeah.
and making logical decisions.
Okay.
But emotions are a whole different ballgame.
Right.
They're messy, they're complex,
Irrational.
yeah, often irrational.
Yeah.
It's not clear if AI will ever be able to truly replicate that.
But some researchers are working on it, right?
Oh, yeah.
I've heard about efforts to develop AI that can recognize facial expressions,
Mm,
analyze tone of voice,
right.
even detect, like, physiological changes
Yeah.
associated with emotions.
There's a lot of research going on in this area.
Okay.
And it's not just about recognizing emotions.
Okay.
Some researchers are exploring whether AI can actually feel emotions,
Whoa.
or at least something similar to emotions.
That's getting into some pretty deep philosophical territory.
It really is.
Like, what would it even mean for an AI to feel emotions?
Right.
Would it be experiencing them the same way that humans do, or would it be something completely different?
That's a question that philosophers and scientists are still debating.
Yeah, I bet.
And it's a question that will likely continue to be debated for many years to come.
Probably.
But regardless of whether AI ever truly feels emotions, the ability to understand and respond to human emotions,
Yeah.
that's going to be crucial
Okay.
for any AI system that interacts with people in a meaningful way.
That makes sense. Like, imagine a therapist bot that can't empathize with your feelings,
Right.
or a customer service bot that responds with robotic indifference to your frustrations.
Exactly. It just wouldn't work.
It wouldn't be a very good experience.
Oh, not at all.
As AI becomes more integrated into our lives,
Yeah.
that ability to interact with humans on an emotional level,
Uh-huh.
that's going to become even more important.
Yeah, and that'll require breakthroughs not just in artificial intelligence,
Okay.
but also in our understanding of human emotions themselves.
So we need to understand ourselves better, too.
Exactly.
It seems like this whole field of AI is constantly pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible.
It really is. It's mind-blowing.
What other exciting developments are on the horizon?
Well, one area that I find particularly intriguing is the intersection of AI and neuroscience.
Okay, AI and neuroscience.
Yeah, researchers are starting to explore how AI can be used to better understand the human brain,
Yeah.
and vice versa, how insights from neuroscience can be used to develop more powerful and sophisticated AI systems.
So it's like a two-way street.
Exactly. AI helping us understand the brain,
Yeah.
and the brain inspiring new advances in AI.
And this could lead to some pretty groundbreaking discoveries.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine AI systems that can not only think like humans,
Uh-huh.
but also learn and adapt in ways that are similar to how the human brain learns.
Wow, that would be a major leap forward.
It would be game-changing.
It's almost mind-boggling to think about the possibilities.
It really is.
But as we delve deeper into this world of AI,
Yeah,
it's important to remember that these technologies are ultimately tools.
that's a good point.
And like any tool,
Hmm?
they can be used for good or for bad.
Absolutely. The future of AI is not predetermined.
Right.
It's up to us to shape that future,
Oh.
to ensure that these technologies are used ethically, responsibly, and for the benefit of humanity.
So we have a responsibility.
We do. We need to approach AI with both a sense of wonder and a sense of caution,
Okay.
recognizing both its incredible potential
Yeah.
and its potential pitfalls.
That's a great point to end on.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI and ML.
it's been a pleasure.
And to our listeners, keep those questions coming. Stay curious and never stop exploring.
Keep learning.
Until next time.
See you then.